Hello Stampers, Kelly Acheson at stampabove.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. Today for the Stampers Dozen blog hop, we are doing a little Sale-a-Brating. So I'm going to show you a Sale-a-Bration product I featured last night on my Facebook Live. I've got some more projects that I've made with it. If you want to check those out, you can head over to my blog, www.stampabove.com, and you'll be able to see everything that I made. I'm going to be using the Meant to Be stamp set along with the Be Mine stitched framelits. This is just an amazing bundle for Valentine's Day. You can also make some gorgeous wedding cards from this and cards just to send to people to show your love. So I wanted to show you, I've die cut all the dies in the Be Mine stitch framelits. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 heart images here, 10, and a whole bunch of hearts here. You also, there's these really neat hearts that are in here. Some of these taller hearts, and all they do is cut out a stitching, so they don't actually cut the heart out. They just leave this really neat stitching look on your layer. And then we've got a flourish here. We've got a border, so you can put this all the way across your cardstock layer. A little flower, a rose. This has got to be one of my favorites. I just love this image. And then all the little hearts that come out of it. And then don't forget this edge. This will do an edge all the way across your card. And it's got that stitching on it with that tiny little scallop. Okay, let's get started, and I'm going to show you what I made with the lovely lipstick foil sheets that are one of the free products you can get during Sale-a-Bration. So here are the foil sheets that are part of Sale-a-Bration. When your order reaches $50, you can choose this as your free item. You get 4 sheets of the lovely lipstick and 4 sheets of the Grapefruit Grove foil paper. Comes in 12 by 12, and isn't this just amazing? I hope this is coming through the camera at a good quality. I know it's kind of hard to film these types of papers. So let me get out my card layers. The first thing I'm going to do here is tell you that this is the lovely lipstick foil sheet. And this is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I pulled out some of our shimmer white. And I know this is hard for you to see, but it's got a glimmer in it that's really, really pretty. It's called Shimmer White Cardstock. This piece is 1 1/4 by 2 1/2. And then I've got a scrap of it and also a Whisper White thick card base that is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. I've scored it at 4 1/4. And we're just going to burnish that edge with our bone folder. I am going to bring in this detailed heart to cut out of the shimmer cardstock scrap. And then I'm also going to use the heart framelit that has the scallop edge around it, and I'm going to die cut that out of a scrap of our lovely lipstick foil paper. So I'm going to run these through the Big Shot and I'll be right back. Here's our shimmer white heart and here's our lovely lipstick heart. I'm going to bring in my piercing mat here that I have covered with printer paper. We're going to stamp our greeting on here. This is our lovely lipstick ink, and I'm going to bring in that Happy Valentine's Day stamp. I'm just going to stamp this right on our small layer. And then I'm going to take my paper snips, and I'm going to do a very shallow banner on the end. There we go. And also, in this heart die with all the fancy edging is a little tiny heart right here. And I have die cut one of those little tiny hearts, and I'm going to add that to my card front. Just a little bit of liquid glue, kind of as a little embellishment. Use my take your pick tool to place this. It's got that little bit of putty right in the end that makes it super nice to pick up these tiny little embellishments. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this foil paper through the new lace embossing folder and show you how amazing this looks. I'm going to put it right up here at the top so I get that lace going right across the middle. Let me grab my big shot. We're going to use our platform here. Now this is one of our dynamic folders, so you're only going to use one cutting plate. And I'm going to put that right on top of the embossing folder. Are you ready? Look at how amazing that is. Isn't that just so beautiful? It's incredible. I love this new folder. This is actually the first time I've used it, so that's kind of exciting. And now we're ready to put our card together. We need to do just a little bit of stamping on the inside. And I'm going to stamp the meant to be. And this very detailed heart. And I'm just going to put that right down here in the bottom corner. All right. I think this is just a stunning card with this embossed foil. It's just so, so pretty. I'm going to let my glue sit here for a second. The foil paper is a little bit thicker than regular cardstock. So I want to make sure that that is adhered on there just right. And then I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. Whoops. And I'm going to add a little bit of glue here. Turn that heart over so I'm going to put the glue on the back of it. And then I'm going to add that to the front of the heart. And I want to make sure that I get this heart down here with the foil paper behind it. Whoops, they want one of my dies. I'm going to add a couple dimensionals to the back of this. Now that silicone mat, that glue will wipe right off of there. I usually just let it dry. You can wash it in the sink. It'll wipe right off. And that's the cool thing about that with the adhesives. Here we go. I'm going to set this right over here. I'm tilting it just a little bit. And then I'm going to bring this in for placement, and I'm going to have to trim this off a little bit because that dimensional is getting in the way under there. Make sure that this is right where I want it to be. And add that to the front of my card. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Would you like to see another card? I've got one more to show you. It's real quick. Now for this particular card, I'm also using a Whisper White thick card base. This is 4 1/4 by 11, and I've scored it at 5 1/2. So we're just going to fold that and burnish that edge. Then I've got a piece of Whisper White. This is 3 3/4 by 5. A piece of our lovely lipstick foil sheet. This is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then I've also got a piece of our multi-purpose adhesive sheets. This I'm going to peel off and put on the back of this layer because we're going to do some die cutting with those hearts on this layer before we put it under the white layer. There we go. Now you're going to leave this protective backing on here after you've peeled this sheet off. And we need this one And we need this one. I'm going to put those right in the middle. And then I also will be die cutting the U and the word love. Let's put that right in here. Got some glue on my fingers. So I've got a whole bunch of things I'm going to die cut. Now when you do this, you want to make sure that you're keeping them in far enough from the edge that you're not going to see that when we put this layer over top. And this is just a way for you to really capitalize on your cardstock so that you're not having to grab another piece to die cut all of these. We're also going to be embossing this layer in the lace embossing folder. And this time I'm going to put it in here like this and run that through the Big Shot. And through the power of TV, and so I wouldn't take up too much of your time, I've already done that with this layer. And I've already die cut these images on the multi-purpose adhesive sheets. So I'm going to show you how those go on your card layer. Okay, as long as I've got this adhesive sheet on here, I wanted to show you how to do that. You're just going to peel that backing off, and we're going to put this right on our card front. Now remember, this would have all those images die cut from it, so you're not just going to waste a layer and have to grab another one to do all that die cutting. But I needed to be quick for this video so that I wasn't taking up too much of your time, like I said. Then this layer is going to go right over top. And I think I'm going to make this the back. I forgot to tell you about the love you words that I have. The love you is coming from the well-written framelit dies. This is also in the Occasions mini catalog. This is a fabulous set of dies with all these words and some real cool images. Isn't that pretty? Just stunning, right? Okay, now what I did here, and you may want to grab your pokey tool because we're going to need to take out this inside. Remember, I have this sticker paper on the back of it. And I want to make sure that all these little bits and pieces are going to stick to that sticker paper. Or that backing, I should say. So make sure you're popping these out. I've got a little piece of backing stuck there. Okay. This one I'm going to put right up here. And that sticks perfectly. So this is just it's just the right type of material to use for this project where you have all these intricate dies. And then I'm going to peel the backing off of this one. And we're going to put this right here. Isn't that pretty? Then we've got our love. You want to be careful with these because they are very delicate. And push out these little pieces. And I'm hoping they'll just stick to my finger. There we go. Then we've got the love. Here's the U. And I'm going to peel this off the paper. And then I've just got a little heart here, and I'll show you where that came from. I'm going to tilt that just a little bit. That heart is coming from this flourish of hearts. And then on the inside of our card, we're going to stamp 3 of these striped hearts just to decorate it up a little bit. And the Happy Valentine's Day. And here are two absolutely gorgeous Valentine cards that I'll be able to send out. I love the bling that the foil sheets creates. If you click down here to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you won't miss the cards that I'm going to be making with the Grapefruit Grove, the other color that comes in this pack. Remember, with your $50 order, when your order hits $50, you can choose the foil sheet paper. You get 8 sheets and 12 by 12. That's a lot of foil paper, absolutely free. And when your order hits $100, you can get 2 packs of that, or you can get one of the other Sale-a-Bration items that we have. You can click right up here. That'll take you to my blog. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. Don't hesitate to contact me. You can email me at kelly@astampabove.com. I'd be happy to send you catalogs. Make sure you check out my blog. Click up here, check out my blog. If your order is under $150, you want to use this host code when placing your order. That'll get you some special perks with me. Please make sure you go back to my blog and join along on the Stampers Dozen blog hop today. Everybody's going to be featuring projects made with Sale-a-Bration items. I think you're going to love it. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend it with me. Bye-bye.